you lean in close and say something sexy like, I might go to bed, I've got work in the morning.
Who said music had to be serious business?
Don't think that they don't have feelings just 'cause a radish can scream.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 comedy musicians. For this list, we're focusing on musicians primarily known for being comedic at heart, not rock bands with a hilarious sense of humor.
Peaches come from a can. They were put there by a man.
We will also be leaving out comedians that occasionally perform songs as part of their stand-up routine.
I cut down trees, I wear high heels, suspenders, and a bra. I wish I'd been a girlie, just like my dear papa.
He's fine that his mates have tattoos, but he thinks they'll regret them.
Number 10. Tim Minchin.
He likes going to pubs, but he hates it when the music's too loud. He tends not to go to rock concerts 'cause he can't stand the crowds.
He's a musician at heart, but his sounds are steeped in comedic satire. Born in England and raised in Western Australia, Tim Minchin has the appearance of a red-haired Edward Scissorhands, and his pronounced atheism cuts through each and every performance.
Yeah. Only a ginger can call another ginger ginger.
He's a self-aware composer of cabaret spectacles, and one can expect a complete orchestra to accompany his sharp social commentary. While Minchin never actually attended a comedy show before the start of his career, watching him on stage, one would think he was born with comedic talent.
Woody Allen, zombies, superhero, Komodo dragon, telepathic vampire, quantum, hovercraft, me, Jesus.
To ask you out on the hottest of dates. I see that you have a lot of other gentlemen suitors. Allow me.
Number 9. Ninja Sex Party.
This guy plays football, but I once won the whole Super Bowl by myself.
If you hear the name of this band and find yourself whispering, "Yes, please," well, then you'll probably enjoy their brand of synth pop comedy.
Party 3, human life through a keyboard, he'd be gluing down Control-Delete.
Composed of Danny Sexbang and Ninja Brian, these goofballs offer up sex advice while making you fall over from laughing so hard. Sure, you may not find them lighting up the stage at Carnegie Hall, but you can expect them to help you take control of your sex life, courtesy of hilarious music videos and astonishingly profound lyrics.
You need to sharpen your senses, so get in the closet and contemplate boobs.
Or, if video games are more your thing, then give their side project Starbomb a shot.
God damn it!
I'm here to pleasure that ass. I'd like to go first, princess, but I always come last. And you say we'll get together, but I'm jacking off alone. Koopa Troopa skeletons are the only drop.
Steel string guitar. Chimes.
Number 8. The Axis of Awesome.
Baby girl, I wanna show you how much I really love you.
How much I really love you.
Behold, a trio of pop culture poets from Sydney, Australia. The Axis of Awesome.
12 December 12. Yeah!
They can move you with their angelic voices and only 4 chords, and they are capable of mashing up pretty much any pop hit you can think of.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
No woman, no cry.
Yeah, Mama, this surely is a dream.
They'll teach you the basic fundamentals of how to write a love song and make you laugh while they're doing it. These guys take fashion seriously and are quickly becoming the pop culture pros of comedy rock.
I'm a bird plane, a motherfucking bird plane. Books you think I wrote are way too thick.
Number 7. Bo Burnham.
Who needs 1,000 metaphors to figure out you shouldn't be a dick?
Back in 2006, a Massachusetts teenager became a YouTube sensation when his piano interludes of youth angst appeared on Break.com.
Love is a real-life porn, minus all the stuff that makes porn cool and...
Less than 2 years later, Bo Burnham had a deal with Comedy Central Records and began sharing his satirical takes on sexuality and taboo topics.
None of you are going to heaven. There's 1 trillion aliens cooler than you.
His meta commentaries were featured in the MTV series Zack Stone is Gonna Be Famous,
Hanging with Zack.
and given his ability to challenge the comfort level of audiences, it seems that Burnham is only getting started.
Cause YouTube is a place for people to share their ideas. If by people you mean 13-year-old girls, and by ideas you mean how they love the Jonas Brothers, I'm just kidding, but let's be honest, that's a hefty majority.
While his onstage persona is supposedly a more arrogant, stuck-up version of himself, this is what keeps us coming back to his work with every new release.
Hi, my name is Mary, and I'm 19 years old, and I got drunk at a party, and I think someone was videotaping it, but I don't want anyone to see it because I showed half of my boobs. Sorry, Mary. Come on!
Number 6. Steel Panther. Prepare to have your face melted and brain ravaged by the thrashing comedy of these glamorous monsters of comedic rock.
No one charges you at the glory hole.
Imagine if Motley Crue or Poison had cared more about making people laugh than hard drugs or sex.
You're the only girl that I like to screw when I'm not on the road.
The result would have been Steel Panther, as their rock out with your cock out style of performing has led to a prominent following on the Sunset Strip, just like their 80s predecessors. With an exaggerated stage presence and explicitly awesome music videos, Steel Panther has established themselves as the illustrious bad boys of hilarious hair metal parody bands.
You're 19 and I'm 52. You can't see that you really love me. Just so happen to be the best song in the world. It was a
Number 5. Tenacious D.
look into my eyes and it's easy to see. 1 and 1 make 2, 2 and 1 make 3.
They are the chosen ones, and in 2006, they gave us the pick of destiny.
We challenge you to a rock.
With Kyle Gass plucking away on the guitar and Hollywood veteran Jack Black offering his own style of heightened theatrics, Tenacious D leans more toward the epic than ironic sophomore stunts.
The show must go on.
These guys know they are superstars, and their big boy performances took them all the way to the American Music Awards. They first made a name for themselves by appearing in various late 90s films, and by the dawn of a new decade, they were the Wonder Boys of HBO. Number 4. Flight of the Conchords.
Just wanna do something special for all the ladies in the world.
Speaking of HBO, this New Zealand duo held down their own series from 2007 to 2009, similarly to Tenacious D.
You're so beautiful. You could be a waitress.
The folk musicians originally formed in 1998 when they were college roommates, and by 2004, their polished act allowed them to heavily improvise their own BBC Two radio series.
This is Bowie to Bowie. Do you hear me out there, man? This is Bowie back to Bowie. I'll read you loud and clear, man.
Which ultimately paved the way for their American mockumentary experience. While the Flight of the Conchords has been off the radar for a number of years, their international influence always leaves the door open for a welcomed re-emergence.
It's business! It's business time! Business hours are over, baby.
Leave this place, go back to yours. Our lips first touch.
Number 3. The Lonely Island.
Store, whisper in my ear that you want some more, and I jizz in my pants.
In 2005, Andy Samberg made his debut on Saturday Night Live. But it was his work with a Los Angeles comedy group that led to the big gig.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me, 'cause I'm sailing on a boat.
After years of establishing a devoted following, The Lonely Island joined riding forces with Jimmy Fallon for the 2005 MTV Movie Awards, and by year's end, the entire gang was employed by Lorne Michaels. With some seriously impressive collaborations, These guys made comedy music accessible to every audience with poppy production and hilarious music videos.
Yeah, and here's another piece of advice. Stay away from kids cause their hair is filled with mad light.
There's no such thing as too much Purell. This a cautionary tale, word to George Orwell.
The Lonely Island don't shy away from juvenile content, although their rhymes make them the senior executives of surrealistic hip-hop comedy.
I took it and threw it on the ground. I don't need your handouts.
Number 2. Spinal Tap.
The window's dirty, the mattress stinks. This ain't a place to be a man.
The most pretentious of rock stars are unlikely to find any humor in this fictional rock band, and most probably thought the 1984 feature film was actually about them.
Little girl, crazy big world, but there's only one of me.
Rob Reiner's satirical take on musicians and the filmmakers who cover them not only earned a cult following, but is notable for its heavy improvisation.
Where the dewdrops cry, and the cats meow.
The band's lineup consisted of Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer, all of whom slayed in their roles, leading many to believe their faux rock unit was a real thing.
Pageantry roll, the crowing of the cock, the running of the bull, the shepherd with his flock.
And in the scope of iconic films and comedy musicians, they certainly are.
Big bottom drive me out of my mind. How could I leave this behind?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Weird Al Yankovic.
What is this song all about? Can't figure any lyrics out.
He's the godfather of musical satire and the president of pop culture parodies.
Open up a package of my bologna.
Originally touted by Dr. Demento, a teenaged Al Yankovic offered his own take on the Knack's My Sharona in 1979, which led to his first record deal.
There were because of
It's not that he boasts a powerful voice or leading man looks, it's that he's always working and knows how to hit the right chords with mainstream audiences.
I never wear buttons, but I got a cool hat, and my homies agree I really look good in black, fool.
Even in the internet age, Weird Al still knows how to stay relevant, as his most recent album hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Keep rockin', Weird Al. Keep rockin'. So, do you agree with our list? Which comedy musicians did we miss?
Like a surgeon, got your kidneys on my mind.
For more hilarious top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You're so beautiful, like a tree, or a high-class prostitute. You're so beautiful. You could be a part-time model.